here, the YouTube channel dedicated to money and mental health. Today, I'm hungover, and so I decided to go live on YouTube and have a bit of a Q&A session, a bit of a chat with my subscribers. So if you're watching this and you've got any questions and you're not watching live, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Otherwise, if you're watching live, drop a question in the chat, which I have now got open. And we'll just have a bit of a Q&A session and spend a bit of time on this lovely afternoon talking and getting to know each other. So looks like a few people are joining us now. StreamYard is usually about a minute or so behind, so it takes a minute for people to say to come up in me chat, but looks like people are joining us now. Hi Lisa, hi Adrian, hi Bex, how are all of you? Did you have a good time in Chester, Bex? Hi Tommy, how are you, mate? Hi Aid, Aid's there. So any questions that people have got, feel free to pop them in the chat. Hi Richard, and I'll do my best to answer them. Well, that's back to the best of my ability. Starting off, I can tell you what I've been up to the last few days. Hi Louise, how are you? Lovely. Oh, there's a vlog for it as well as the Bex. Excellent. I need to catch up on your YouTube. Actually, I might watch a few videos this afternoon. I'm having a day off from. Hi Sam, how are you? I'm having a day off from doing eBay. Well, an afternoon off really. Shipped out a load of orders this morning to the post office. Tomorrow I'm back to cleaning out my house and my garage. But it's already starting to look a lot better than it did now. So no more hoarder's house for me. But it's quite a relief, really. Hi Rach, how are you? Hi Catherine, good to have you all with us. I'm still trying to figure out how to do a variation listing. Not sure if I know how to do one, but I tell you what, I could give it a try live now, see if I can do one, Sam. If I put the screen share on, it might be that I can have a look and see what comes up. Let's just have a look. Hey, Yes Lad Media, how are you? I'll tell you what, we'll try and do a little screen share. Can you see that screen now? Okay, if I log into my eBay and I go to sell, just check that's on the screen. Yeah, that's on the screen. Hey Rebecca, how are you? Nice enough to say yes, it will be, Lisa, it will be. Would be up for a battle. You asking, you listing clothes versus ads answering difficult questions and seeing the mood the most per hour. Hey David, how are you? I'd be up for it. Ads would probably be up for it as well. But I want to get better at listing clothes first because I want to win. I ain't doing just 4 items of clothing in a day. Sorry Sam, we'll get back to this. Create listing. I think if I go to single listing, let's have a look. If I just type in Lego minifigure, can you remember the? I've put them downstairs. I haven't got them to hand. Have you got, Sam? Have you got the the Lego number, the 70146 or whatever it is number? Hi John, because if you have, I can pop that in and see what comes up. Lego minifigure. Is it Lego Disney minifigures, wasn't it? Let's give Sam a be careful with variations if you're spending only size and color like clothing are allowed. So it might not be that you can do one anyway, Sam, but I'll just click up. Yeah, this is it. Actually, I found it 71024. So I'll select that. It's not that one, is it? It's it is 71024. It's just whether it's series 2 or not. I'll go for that one. Use this product. So it's creating the draft. So here, Sam, I don't know if you can see this, but I've got the option just below. Oh, you haven't got a shop, have you? I'm not sure if you have to have a shop to do variation listings. If you so your screen might look slightly different, but just above where it says condition, I go new. I click on create variations. I was going to remove that product. Okay, fine. Create variations. Okay, and then it comes up here. Oh, give it a minute. It comes up here with the attributes, etc. Options. So you can add your own. So I could go, I don't know, blue figure, add that in. I could go red figure, add, and so on. Click continue. And then you can add your photos in for each of the variations as well. And just go through that. But yeah, that's where the option comes up, Sam. So hopefully that goes. Get suspended in a day. But yeah, I've never done variations, to be honest. I don't do them. I'd take account there Tommy's advice that it may not be the best option. Certainly when I do my figures, Sam, I'm listing them individually. I'm not doing any variation listings on them. They will be individual listings. But yeah, that's where the option is anyway, if you did want to do it. So that's one question done. Let's get the screen share off. I'm back on screen. Yeah, 71024. That's what I got. Ellie's with us. How many competitions have I got on the go over the resellers? I have only got one at the minute, which is the challenge win with Car Boot Chris from Cookie and the Haydens. Give him a subscribe if you haven't already. Which is our car boot challenge. Who could source and sell the stuff for the greatest profit? We've both had some good sales out of it so far. I've still got a few more items from that haul to list. Actually, the clothing items basically that I haven't listed. So I might do a live clothing listing to get those done, possibly tomorrow afternoon, but we shall see. Yeah, I'll just catch up on the chat. So we've got Ellie there. Yep, so nothing more in the so that's the only challenge I've got at the minute, but we are starting a new challenge tomorrow. I would just put them on for $12.99 free posters then, Sam. Yeah, very dumb. They give us the template and it makes listing 1,000 times easier and then punish us for using the tools they give us. Yeah, crazy. So sorry, yeah, to go back to David's question. We are starting a new challenge tomorrow in the Money Mental Reselling Facebook group. It's a listing challenge. Basically start off listing one item, then listing one additional item each day for the next 31 days. I think by the end of it, you get to 469 listings. Works out as an average of about 16 listings a day. So yeah, we're going to be doing that one. I'd recommend just listing as much as you can every day anyway if you're going to do the challenge. There are prizes that have been donated to us. How was the pizza? Oh, I never got it, Paul. They never so I went in there into Domino's. It was like $9.99 for a pizza, which seemed a bit of a rip-off, but there was no one there serving anyway. So I couldn't actually get one. I like shouted for them to come out to serve me, but they didn't. So I went home and made beans on toast. Cheers for that, BCP. So yeah, back to listing challenge. So yeah, it works out. You put on about 469 listings in a month, and it's well worth doing because the last time we did it, made a shed load of money because basically the more you list on eBay, the more you sell. Really, there's all this about it shows activity or whatever that might be true, but the simple truth is if you have more products out there, you will sell more products, basically. So if you list more, you'll sell more. It's just Simple. If you've got a shop that doesn't have any products in it, you won't sell. So yeah, I've asked in the group if there's any questions as well. So I'll just have a look to see if anyone's actually put anything sensible there, which they probably haven't. They're in my group. Yeah, there's nothing sensible in there at all. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions, do shoot them in the chat. Otherwise, it'll just be me rambling. It's all stealth like until I accidentally posted that link. Yeah, great accident there. So yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, there's no real secret to doing well on eBay other than just to keep consistently listing. If you can hit 40 listings a day, so think it's about the level Ken Chapman does, then you will see a decent volume of sales come through. Problem is then, of course, you're faced with the battle of because you're listing more, you're also selling more and spending more time packing orders and sending them out, which is why, hi Dave, how are you, mate? Which is why, hi Chris, how are you? Yeah, so that's why sometimes it can be good to have like a splurge, a listing, and then just a day packing. If I could only list in one category, which would I choose? Games every day, John. Always be games. Did I really? But no, I didn't pull last night. That's just JK having some fun. No, we did meet a couple of ladies in the pub. Nice ladies. Had a good chat with him. Good couple of drinks together and whatever. But it was just friendly. I knew the son of one of the ladies there, Wrexham. Basically, everyone knows everyone in Wrexham, or is connected in some way. It's one of those kind of towns. So it was just the case that there was that sort of common connection. But it was nice to see JK in the flesh. He doesn't look like he's from Jamiroquai, but yeah, bought me a pint as well. Thank you for that. So yeah, that was cool. Do I see any other questions? Yeah, if we're going to list in one category, it would definitely be games, John. Just purely because I think I've said it before. Dead quick to list, dead quick to ship out as well, and that is what I need. Given that I'm working full time as well as doing this, I just need stuff that's quick to list and quick to ship out. So I do have some more difficult, and as we go into Q4, I've got massive piles of board games. I just said I've got massive piles on YouTube, didn't I? Oh, that's going to be taken out and cut and put on the highlight reel. Anyway, I've got lots of board games that need listing, so I'm probably going to whack quite a few of those on during this listing challenge in September, because Q4 literally starts tomorrow. For those who don't know what Q4 is, it's quarter four. It's the final quarter of this year, so the last sort of 3 months. Oh, hang on, it's not Q4 tomorrow then, is it? October's when Q4 starts. Ignore me, I'm mad. September isn't Q4. What category would you avoid like the plague? Probably clothing. I hate clothes, but because of that, I'm challenging myself now to actually buy and list more clothes so that it gets to the stage where it's not the category that I hate. Because if I can conquer that, then I can do, the world's my oyster in eBay terms, to be honest. So I'm going to be, yes, thank you, Aid. Spanner yourself, please, Aid. So I'm going to try and get some more clothes on listed in the next few weeks and try and build up my knowledge, because there is, money to be made in terms of, the clothing. I've sold 4 items of clothing last week. Total investment was a £5, and I've made 30 quid before fees and postage. Profit's about taking fees, postage, whatever off, cost of investment, I've made nearly 20 quid profit. So I'm happy. What is my favourite dinosaur? T-Rex. It's got to be the T-Rex, really. I'm a traditionalist. Do I have any mental health content coming up soon? The problem for me with doing mental health content is there's two issues that I'm encountering at the minute. First is I only do really like doing mental health content when I'm struggling mentally myself, and I'm not struggling at the minute. I'm in a good place at the moment. She'd love to date me, I'm sure, John. What was I going to say? So because I'm in a good place mentally, it's not as easy for me to talk about or express sort of mental health stuff because my mind isn't in that space, if you see what I'm saying. I'm probably not explaining that very well. So there probably will be more mental health content, but it'll be when I'm mentally not doing so well, because then it's easier for me to express what's going on and make that sort of better quality content, I think. What was I going to say? And the second reason is just because, like, I've noticed when you sort of put yourself out there as being somebody who's open and honest about mental health conditions and whatever, that seems to create a level of expectation, and I get a lot of abuse from people for talking about mental health, etc. Online as well. I've had a day of it today. I had a day of it yesterday. I had a day of it the day before, so it doesn't really motivate me to do it, to be honest. When people do that, I think it adds to the stigma around mental health as well. It makes it less easy for people to come out and talk about their mental health conditions, because they just get abused. And it's the people who do it as well are usually fellow sufferers of mental health conditions as well. So it's really sad that people do that. So I just want to hug him, to be honest. I just want to hug him because they've obviously not had enough love in their lives. So I think we should just hug trolls. We should have like a hug a troll day. It'd be awesome. Hi Kirsten in the hubby shop. Well, if they come in, tell them to subscribe, Kirsten. Just say, look, here, come subscribe to Money Mental UK. Get them to watch the channel live. They could drop in with some questions as well, Kirsten. Actually, I'm not chasing subscribers anymore. I promised I'd stop doing that. Yeah, I do block him, Sam, normally, but yeah, just big hugs. Let's all have a hug, sort of thing. Any more questions? We've done the dinosaur one. We've done the mental health content. We've done the what category out. Still need to. I'm going to do a video about researching VHS tapes. I might even film that this afternoon. I might go and grab a pile in a bit and do that. Yeah, it doesn't get to me, to be honest, Adrian. It used to. Hey Simon, how are you? Doing your own photos, or are you doing because Simon works as a photographer as well, or are you doing some photos for a client? Yeah, it usually gets me. It just don't bother me anymore. Yeah, I think you're right there, John. I think some people ridicule discussing mental health issues in order to try and shut something down they find difficult to talk about. It's just very sad, really, that people need to do that. But we just give them a hug. We show them our love. We don't judge him. We just show him some love and move on. So yeah. So I'll grab a pile of videos in a bit, and I won't do it live because I want to do it as using the screen capture software and such like, so it can be done from a sort of start to finish thing, which will hopefully go a bit quicker than live as well, because I know there was a few people in the Money Mental reselling group on Facebook, like I was slipping the promotion there, who are new to reselling and don't necessarily know about doing research or checking souls, etc. So I figured I'd do like a how-to. Yeah, it's all about forgiveness, to be honest, Kirsten. There's like, if I spent my day getting upset or angry about the things people said to me, I would be a very angry, negative, and bitter person. To be honest, and that's not who I am or how I want to be. So just forget about him. Really, it's annoying sometimes when I'm like last night. I was out in my pulling shirt trying to meet the ladies, and the phone was going off every sort of 60 seconds or whatever with messages and stuff from people having a go and stuff. So it was annoying because it was a distraction. But I think just next time I go out, I just will log out of the Facebook and everything else, and then I don't get those notifications. So good question there, John. Good question. John's just saying something I haven't really delved into. VHS tapes can give them away at one time. So it changed then. It has and it hasn't. There are some videos and VHSs that just don't really sell for huge amounts of money, but there is starting to become a bit of a collector's market, and I know there's people who collect things like Disney videos, for example, and there can be really good money in those. There's also pre-certification videos that don't have 18 or 15 or you or whatever. There's a collector's market for those as well, so they can go for good money. Rental videos, so big box, big case ones, also tend to go quite well for good money, because they're more durable than standard VHS videos. So they're designed to be viewed thousands and thousands of times. Oh, have I had a sale? No, I haven't. No, it's just Instagram. So yeah, the extra rental videos tend to go quite well. Your standard titles, things like say your Titanic, your Shawshank Redemption, or whatever. Your big mainstream movie titles, they're not much value in generally, but you can bundle them up and sell in that way, I find. So have I ever sold? Hang on, please take them. So yeah, I would say with your videos, always check the solds, and I'll show that in a bit. If you can't find a significant sold history on it, it might still be worth listing. So I've got a regular customer who buys videos from me. So every month, when they get paid, I list a load of videos for them, and they buy them from me. I drop a message and say I've put some videos up, and they buy them. But ordinarily, if it's not worth much, probably just bundle it. Have I ever sold porno? Some good money in the older ones with Bush. I haven't, but I am aware that there's a substantial market on eBay for vintage porno. Not something that I've sort of ever sold or come across. And I'm sort of in two minds about it as well, to be honest, because obviously a lot of people are offended by that sort of content. I'm not myself, but other people are. So if I started listing it and selling it, would it affect my sales in other areas? I don't know. So I just haven't even bothered looking into that market, to be honest. Having a mental awareness is such a great skill. Keep your efforts, doing a great job. Cheers, Simon. Thank you. Yeah, just not enough love in their lives, I suspect, Simon. So this is a good example, actually. The Kirsten talks about the Fun Song Factory videos. I've actually sold some of those videos, Kirsten. I sold one for $14.99 a few months ago, I think, and I sold one for $9.99. I think it might have even been in the last month or two. So there's obviously still some kids somewhere, maybe, that are either getting it the same by them, or some adults who got sort of fond memories of watching those as a kid. So I've bought them for the nostalgia value. But yeah, some of those videos do have some money in, and that's actually another category with the videos, kids VHS videos. can have money in as well. And just on the collector's market front, Star Wars VHS. If you can get episode 3, is it Revenge of the Sith? I think it's Revenge of the Sith. I'm a Star Wars fan. I can't even remember it. I kind of discount the prequels from my life. But take care, Bex. But yeah, Star Wars episode 3. If you can get that on VHS, I think the last one I had was either 30 or 35 quid. Might have even been 40. So yeah, I think actually it went for 39.99, free shipping. So that's definitely a bolo. There weren't a lot of copies. There may have been a lot of copies made, but definitely weren't a lot of copies bought, because that was right into the DVD era. So I had it on DVD. I didn't. So the collectors do like to get that. If they've got episode 1 and 2, don't go for much. But if you get episode 3, good money in that. Yeah, I'm excited for Heiser here. How are you? I'm excited for Rise of Skywalker. I saw a new trailer's dropped. I've not had a chance to watch it yet. The new trailer, so I might go and watch that just before I do my VHS video, YouTube video on VHS videos. Yeah, sounds like another horrid Star Wars to the latest. The new Star Wars film that's coming out this Christmas, I think. If I didn't have a hangover now, I'd go to the cinema this afternoon. But yeah, we're doing a live Q&A, Z, but I doubt there's any knowledge I could impart to you that you haven't already got, to be fair, to be honest. But if you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. There's no topic for today. Just going live with Q&A, just because I've got a hangover, so I'm taking the afternoon off eBay. New start. I see. I liked The Force Awakens right up until the moment where Han Solo died. The second one, the one that's I can't. My memory's terrible when I've got a hangover. The last one wasn't so great. I enjoyed A Solo Story, actually, far more than I thought I would. I think that got undeserved negative feedback there. I think that was actually quite a good film. Yeah, I like Kylo Ren. I had the same thought as well. It's just like a kid, really, behind that mask. And Rogue One was a great film, but I can never watch it again because it was just too emotional for me. I feel my life is complete now since here's knowledge bomb. Have you done much RA lately? Keep finding those calculators every once in a while. Good for back to school time. I have. Well, let me rephrase that. Last month, end of July, I did a trip to Mid Wales, stopping in every B&M and Home Bargains along the way, and I spent hundreds on RA. I went to charity shops as well, picked up loads of stuff that is Rogue One is very good. So I picked up loads of action figures and stuff that is going to get listed during this listing challenge over the next few weeks. I haven't really done much this month because for those who don't know, my housemate has moved out. He's moved in with his girlfriend just around the corner. They've got their first house together, so I'm down there quite, soon, hopefully, to get smashed. But with him moving out, I'm having to pay myself out of the eBay business at the minute. So it's taking about 500 quid out of my sourcing budget each month. So I'm not doing as much sourcing at the moment. And I don't need to anyway, to be honest. I've got thousands of things. So I've only picked up a couple of pieces of RA this month. Last week, I think, actually. I still have the same thing where if I go and do my supermarket shop, if I go to Tesco's or Aldi or wherever, I'll always have a look and try and do a bit of RA when I'm there, because I have this little game I play where because I don't really like going shopping normally, but I like sourcing. So if I go supermarket shopping, I'll try and cover the cost of my supermarket shop by picking up by the profit from RA items that I pick up. And 9 times out of 10, I do all right out of it. It's quite good, but it's got me to, like, I'm now selecting what supermarket I go to based not on the quality of the food they sell, but on the quality of what kind of RA pickups I can make from them. So yeah, it's a bit mad how things change. So, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I should say. I should say, David, I'm not looking for a new housemate at the moment either. I'm taking this opportunity, whilst I haven't got one, for the next sort of few weeks, to really sort out my house, sort out my stock, sort out my inventory, and get a stock control system in place, and get as much stuff listed and out the door as I can as well. I want the house to, the chat was taking over the house. It was in every room. It was even on the stairs, it's all over the place. It was too much, really. So I've spent the last couple of days, because I've got a shipping container, I've got a garage, I've got places to store it, but I've not had the motivation to put it all tidy and into the right place, and put an inventory system in place. So now I'm looking at this period without a housemate as being the opportunity for me to actually do that. So I spent the last couple of days doing that. I'll spend tomorrow doing it. I'll probably need to do a bit more next week. Once that's all sorted, I'm going to give the house a clean from top to finish, top to bottom, get it looking absolutely sparkling, and then I'll look for a new lodger. Then it won't take long to get one. I live on a really nice estate just round the corner from one of the biggest employers in Wrexham, which is the hospital. So I never have a problem securing a tenant. But yeah, because the housemate's not in, I still need the income that I would have had from them. So I'm paying myself out of the eBay and sourcing less. But it gives me an opportunity to work through backlog of stock as well. But yeah, no, there's no concerns about getting a new housemate and such, like, just using it as an opportunity to take control of things a bit more. What we got? I really hate Star Wars, and guess what day? Got to be the 4th of May, that one, isn't it? May the 4th. Oh yeah, see, he's already said that. Used to have a lodger, turn into grade 2, make sure you're getting vetted. Yeah, absolutely. No worries, David. Take care, mate. Have fun. Speak to you soon. So yeah, any more questions in the chat, folks? I think one thing would be good, actually. People share their inventory systems and what they use, their SKUs or stock control systems. It'd be good to hear about that, because I'm going to put one in place. I think basically, as far as I've got so far, is that I've got drawers, I've got shelves and such like. I'm going to give each drawer, shelf, etc. a number, pop a post-it note on the front of it with that number, and then it'll be like SKU 1, and that'll be drawer 1, SKU 2, etc. And I'm going to upload those to you should never tell me what word you hate most, because I'm going to use that word in every conversation we ever have, and I'm definitely not saying what word I hate most, because you'll do the same to me. But yeah, definitely I'm gonna be, I'll text you every day and say, are you moist now? Actually no, that will probably be inappropriate. I should behave. But yeah, I'm gonna that's as far as I thought I've had. I bought some post-it notes from B&M and some clear sellotape. I'm just going to sellotape everything up. Then I'm going to do a full inventory. I'm going to go through everything I've got, because and match it up to that SKU system. and make sure that I've got everything that I've got that I think's listed is listed, and anything that I've got in my listings that actually I can't find, I'll just take off the listings then. So yeah, stick label post-it full. So yeah, I'm gonna sellotape the post-its on. So I've just bought them the posters because of the size is convenient, but I'm going to sellotape them on. Is it blurry? Sorry, camera might need cleaning. Yeah, I'll go and get some stuff to clean the camera then if it's blurry. So I've got a new video to film, so I don't want it to be blurry. Could just be the light in here, to be honest. My YouTube studio is full of stuff again, so one of the jobs I've got to do tomorrow is go through that and get it out. Hi Steve, how are you? So where are we? Best advice you can give out: stock systems in place allows you to track empty space and refill it with stock. Track empty space and refill it with stock. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's yeah, because I was thinking, I had initially started thinking, oh, I'll have this section for PS2 games, say this section for big and bulky, and this section for you know, say PC games and stuff. And then it occurred to me that actually, if I do that, what will happen is, say, the PS2 section might empty quickly, and I've not sourced anything to replace, to put in any more PS2 games. So I've ended up with an empty pile, an empty space that's got nothing in it that could be used for holding stock. So yeah, I'm definitely doing that. I mean, it'll be visual for me anyway, because it'll all be the listed stuff's all going in one place, so I should be able to easily see what's going. Am I going live tonight? Nope, this is my only live. Oh, did you mean Tommy? Shove it all out in the shop and try and remember where it is. It's very technical. Just have to remember to take it off Etsy for sell it. Yeah, so you had some good sales on Etsy this week. It's like 120 quid or something, wasn't it, Kirsten? It seemed quite impressive. Yeah, I am hungover. Duck has a tag and track system that we're looking at. I'd love something with just a bit more. It's the best I can find is now. It's a glare of the belly button lint. No worries. Cheers, John. Take care. Okay, take care, Louise. My bulldog clip a number to an item when sold, stick number in a box, then reuse that number for new listing. Oh, we just started using stock control. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to find as well that it's going to be a trial and error thing, really, isn't it? 180 quid, unbelievable. I sold. So I had this. I was going to go around car boots and film them and whatever, and then edit the videos together and sell them. You know, like everyone else does. So I bought a camera to do it with. I started off eBay for about a tenner, and then I realised that I really hate editing. So I was like, why have I bought this? So I just listed the camera for 40 quid. Buy it now, last month, and it's just sold. So it's made me a nice profit. But yeah, there's going to be no car boot videos or anything like that requires actual editing, because I've got nothing but respect for people who edit their videos and take the time to do it and produce, you know, some of the top quality content that's out there. It's just never going to be me. I just can't get on with it. Don't enjoy it. Look into the duck system. You can barcode a bin and scan item. Oh, I get you. Yeah, that sounds quite good. That. Yeah, barcoding. That's like proper professional. That is, Tommy. You can't be expecting proper professional from me here now. It took me an hour this morning to find the computer game I'd sold. That's the level of professionalism in this house. Hey, DBT, Leanne, how are you? Just drop in for a minute, cleaning. That the day job, is it? Did I see you've reduced your hours as well? I saw something on it on Instagram. It sounded really positive. What you're doing. Anyway. Sometimes I see with my work, I don't have the option to reduce my hours, unless I have childcare responsibilities. So unless I got me on silent. Behave, Kerry. Hi, Kerry Ann. Hi, Kerry Ann. There we go. Yeah. So what was I going to say? So yeah, I don't can't remember. Don't have the option unless I have kids, unfortunately, to reduce my hours in work. Because I have spoken to them a couple of times and said, is there an option for me to not work Fridays and reduce my hours? Because I'll make up the money through doing eBay and reselling, and it, to be honest, would be more conducive to my mental health to have a day's break. But no, unless I've got kids, it's not an option at my pay grade. It is if I was a junior. If I went down a couple of pay grades, I could do, but regrettably, that's not an option for me at the minute either. So yeah, just carrying on as is until hopefully I get the opportunity of a payout, and then I can go full-time reselling, because I love reselling, as we know. Right, I don't see any more questions in the chat. I'm going to film my video about videos. Carry on my third cat. I'm going to freak her out with putting this on screen. Red cat. I'm working like a beast packing today, going so fast, won't sleep. Getting the job. Red Bull is evil. Hi Chris, how are you? Literally just going to be wrapping up in a few minutes. Unless there's any more questions in the chat. Anyone's got any questions they want to ask hungover Andrew, feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to grab a pile of videos, do some research on them, film the research, and produce a how-to video, which it is evil. Which will be my second ever how-to video, because the first one was showing Steve how to use the internet, or how to do how to film his eBay sales professionally, which he did once, and then he got so much abuse he never did it again. So yeah, I'll give it a minute or so though, just for the StreamYard to catch up, because the StreamYard chat is slower than the YouTube chat. So your chat, you see further ahead into the future than I do, basically. You're watching this on YouTube, so I'll just give it a minute or so, see if anyone else has got some further questions. If not, I will head off and do some filming and get a large drink as well to rehydrate. Yeah, okay. Not seeing any questions coming through, so I shall say goodbye to everyone. Thanks all for dropping in. Good chat, and I shall see you all soon. Take care. Bye for now.